People use online review sites like Yelp for restaurants, hotels, repair services, but should we take a step back when it comes to reviewing doctors? Check this story out.
Finding the right doctor is no easy task. Service providers and business rating sites might be your search engine of choice, but think twice before leaving or taking the advice of a review. Burned by negative comments, some doctors are responding to the backlash by divulging confidential patient information. In fact, one researcher found more than 3,500 one-star reviews that mention privacy or HIPAA. Now a group of physicians is even petitioning to remove all healthcare professionals from such sites as Yelp, Angie's List, and Google Reviews. Should so-called health grades on medical professionals be banned? Or does the public have a right to know for the sake of their own health?
I say ban.
Yeah, I agree.
It's so skewed. There's no rhyme or reason for this rating system. And I'll admit, I mean, I've had some negative reviews, not based on a poor result, but you can't always make people happy.
I think running my practice right now, one thing that I'm finding at least once a week is someone who comes in who's sort of an extortionist. And they're carrying over this experience of being frequent reviewers, have their elite card that they go to restaurants and they get free appetizers. But now they're coming into a doctor's office and refusing to pay a copay, saying, did you know I'm a Yelp elite? And you probably don't want to charge me for something that I'm supposed to pay.
Really? Somebody told you that?
We get this once a week.
Really?
I mean, if you run, right now I run a small practice. I'm a solo doctor with a couple associates, and it's a small business, and they know that those kinds of reviews are incredibly damaging. I mean, nobody's perfect. I'm not saying that I'm a perfect physician, but I had a woman who came in and her child had been sent home from school because he had scabies, which is an incredibly contagious issue, where, as you may know, you have mites that can spread from child to child. So she brought the child into my office and I confirmed the diagnosis, and she said, I want you to write a letter saying he's not contagious to his classmates. And I said, I'm really sorry, I have 2 kids. I wouldn't want your child in class with my child, and we're happy to treat this. We can get him better. We'll get him back to school as soon as he's clear.
But he's contagious
But he
right
is
now.
contagious right now, and I can't in good faith write you this letter. And so she wasn't happy with that, because that wasn't the response she wanted. And she went on 5 different online review sites
and took
said,
it out on you.
Took it out on me, said I was a horrible, nasty human being who hates children. And I'm reading this, and because of the anonymity of all these sites, many people will change their names. They don't want retaliation. They don't want their doctors to know what they're writing. Sometimes you can't even confirm it's the same person. In this case, obviously, I knew what had happened and who had written this, but I think doctors are at a real disadvantage.
They are, and these claims are so outrageous that it belittles us to even respond to it, that you hate children, that you're mean, and all these things. I mean, that's so absurd, it's not even worth making a comment, but yet their comments sit there.
Is there value, though,
unquestioned.
In the one scenario where theoretically you go online and let's say a doctor has nothing but 1-star reviews? That to me is a red flag.
That is a red flag.
But you know what's interesting is if you do the math, you can have, if you get 1 bad rating, it takes 4 or 5 good ones
Correct.
to negate that. Also, in medicine now, someone may come in, demand narcotics. And if you don't provide those narcotics, you get a 1-star review.
Oh, I caused so
you're
much pain. He didn't
and he's,
so that's
insensitive to it.
And so that's where we need to be a little bit careful with these online review sites.
I know for a fact that competitors will post bad reviews. I've read stuff like about me. I go, I don't have a patient like this.
Exactly.
Who
Yeah.
I did this procedure and not happy.
Old school references when it comes to doctors is so valuable, because if you know the individual you're talking to face, and there's no anonymity, and they can tell you, look, I've seen this doctor now for 10 years, they've never led me astray, or vice versa, I went and saw this doctor for 3 visits and here were my concerns. Nothing can replace that. One other quick topic I want to discuss here is also be a little bit wary when you see the lists of top doctors in this city, top doctors in America. I'm not saying the doctors on that list aren't wonderful, but those are usually paid advertisements.
Yeah,
correct?
yeah, you can make a
Plastic
donation.
surgeons, we love that.
Yeah, dermatologists too.
And we break it up into body parts.
But wait.
So for $100, you're America's best breast surgeon. Another $100, your best lipo expert. Another $100, nasal expert. I mean, unfortunately, that's the way it works.